Namaste friends, and I hope you're doing well. The conjunctions of Sun and Saturn in the first house is all about how do you succeed in this world. Because remember, the Saturn is the Karaka of both fame, fortune, and also gains. Okay, so Saturn is not all too bad. It has a bad reputation because of ignorance. People just don't understand the true power or potency which Saturn bestows. Okay, so Sun and Saturn are very good combinations. Okay, and again it depends on many things. We have to understand the dynamics in the chart. Each one of us are unique by itself. The placements, the rules, the methods that we use to predict, and all these things keeps changing. But as a good foundation to start off with, Sun and Saturn in the first makes a person with a lot of strength to succeed whatever they start. Right? You give them anything, just throw them in any places, they will succeed. When there's no resources, even when there's no assistance or whatever it is, they will thrive. Right? They will find ways to get through, because that sense of self-confidence together with enduring capabilities, okay, which again both are the karakas of both Sun and Saturn. Their responsibility, one of it is to be both being very strong in their convictions and also enduring to problems. So naturally, again, all this depends to the positionings, the strength and all that. They will find ways when there's no way at all. Okay, they're very resourceful, because the last thing in their mind is they want to get help from people. They will never ask help from people. They will do it and try it by themselves. That sense of self-positive exertion is seen in people having Sun and Saturn in the first house. The other personalities which I can say about this Sun and Saturn in the first house is these people are always looking into brighter futures. Okay, they do not. They do not. When it comes to career and fame, they do not stick into one position for a long time. They will be learning all about it in a very short span of time. Okay, let's say they go into a job and they will learn anything and everything about the job in a very short span of time. Remember, Sun is all about brilliance, right? Saturn is all about that capacity to absorb whatever it is together with. Okay, so having these two means they are fast in learning things, they're fast in adapting things, and they would not stay. Okay, and they will move on to the next level and so on and so forth. So success comes in at very young age for these people, especially if you have Saturn and Sun in their own prime dasas and their first lords and all that. It gives even more benefits. Okay, some of the other things is they take good care of their health. People with this Sun Saturn in the first house, they're very food conscious. Okay, they make sure they only consume food. Food for them is like a fuel, right, for the car. It's not something to do with the aesthetics of it, the more fine feelings for food. No, they don't have that. Food for them is pretty raw in their mind. It's like you need to eat to survive. That sort of mentality. So which makes them keep very fit, and they can they're okay with any kind of food, and they're very adaptable with that situation. They're always calm and collected. They do not show off much. And these kind of people are very interesting because they know so much of knowledge, but yet they don't. There's nothing ostentatious about it. They don't make it a big fuss out of it. And this is something again shows good personality traits for this time, this current time that we're living. Having this combination in your chart means a definite success, right? They listen very well, very cautious. They are very good listeners, which makes them making very prudent decisions in life, right? They respect the elders. They have good respect for people. They have this thought about there's no one greater than me, there's no one lesser than me. We all are equal. If he can or she can do it, then I can do it. There's no pride here in the sense that the sun's pride has to be controlled. Again, the relationship between sun and Saturn has to be assessed in many ways. Okay, so when it comes to self learnings and self knowledge, there's no pride in that. Okay, pride in sustaining it, pride in keeping that knowledge within themselves is something which is seen, but they're not shy to learn anything new. There's nothing prideful there. So what it does is it strikes a beautiful balance, which means that they would not go and seek for help. No, they would not do that. But when there's assistance coming looking for them, when somebody is teaching to them, they will be a great listener. They won't say, okay, I'm not interested in whatever you're going to say. No, they're not like that. It's just that they won't go and seek for knowledge. But when knowledge comes to their doorstep, they'll take it with full respect and humility. Okay? Some other things, if it's a bad dignity and things like that, is they'll caught up in what we call as getting things very formalized, getting things very structured and controlled. Okay, now this depends. In some kind of job, if you have such, if it's a fast-paced job where research and thinking and sorting things out properly is not an important factor, then people who have Sun and Saturn will not have good career if they choose that. Okay, for example, if they work in a fast-paced industry, right, it keeps moving very fast, and the last thing the person needs is efficiency, not research and development and coming up with strong frameworks and all that. Although that is important, but in a fast-paced environment, what's highly required is efficiency, right? So people who have Sun and Saturn have to be very cautious in what sort of job they're going to choose. All right. If you choose the wrong job because you are more structured, you want things to be in order. Say if you join a new job, the first thing you'll do is you assess the current system, the current format, that whatever job that is given to you. You'll track back and you see where's the flaw, where's the problem, and then you'll try to correct it. But in essence, whatever your real job is supposed to deliver will be delayed. You know what I'm saying, right? So this delay factor is also seen clearly if you have this. There's the other thing about fear. Okay, now Saturn's and the Sun, their fear is that is very positive, meaning that once they get into a problem, once they have an issue in front of them, and they face the issue, and what they do is they try to stall that. Okay, because the fear of making the mistake again is very, very strong within them. They will be extra cautious if the same situation pops up. They'll be very cautious. They're thinkers naturally, so they may not. They will not do the same mistake again. Okay, they know that this is what has happened before. It's registered in their mind. It's etched in their mind, and they make sure that whenever such same situation pops up, they are ready for it. Okay, they are very cautious. That's something. It's a very beautiful synergy where they use fear to solve their problems, or to make sure that they evade problems which is oncoming. And overall, I would say Sun and Saturn the first, of course, depending on many other factors. But then, in a very foundational level, in a very core, in a very tattvic level, I would say that it has good vibrations. Okay, so that's about Sun and Saturn the first. I'm going to stop right now. Hope it's knowledgeable. If you're new to my channel, do subscribe. Till the next time, thank you. Namaste.